Everything you think you know about Aphrodite? It's wrong. We've been calling her the goddess of love for thousands of years. She's on Valentine's Day cards. She's the symbol of romance, true love, happy endings. But here's the thing nobody tells you. Aphrodite, she wasn't about love at all. She was about desire, obsession, possession, and sometimes straight up destruction. If you think Aphrodite was some sweet Cupid figure helping soulmates find each other, you're in for a shock. Let me show you who she really was. The biggest mix-up in mythology. Okay, so, first things first, when we say love goddess, what do we actually mean? Most people think romance, commitment, that warm, fuzzy feeling, happy couples, growing old together. But the ancient Greeks, they had different words for love. Unconditional love. The kind parents have for their children. Philia, deep friendship, loyalty, brotherhood, storge, familial love, the bond between family members. And then there was eros, physical desire, passion, lust. Guess which one Aphrodite represented? If you guessed the last one, you got it. Aphrodite wasn't the goddess of, let's hold hands and watch the sunset together. She was the goddess of, I need you so badly it's driving me insane. Big difference. Born from violence, not love. Let's talk about how Aphrodite came into existence. Because this origin story, it tells you everything you need to know about her. According to Hesiod, one of the oldest Greek sources we have, Aphrodite was born when the Titan Cronus castrated his father, Uranus, the sky god. Yeah, you heard that right. Castration. Cronus threw Uranus's parts into the sea, and from the sea foam that formed around them, Aphrodite emerged. She literally rose from the waves, fully grown, impossibly beautiful. But think about what that means. She was born from an act of violence, betrayal, primal rage, not from love, not from tenderness, not from any warm fuzzy feeling, from chaos. And that chaos, it defined her entire existence, the goddess of desire and danger. So what did Aphrodite control? She controlled desire, sexual attraction, the kind of pull that makes you do stupid things. She could make anyone fall for anyone, mortal or god, married or single, willing or not. And here's the dark part. She didn't care if that desire destroyed you. In fact, sometimes that was the point. Take the story of Hippolytus, a young man who chose to worship Artemis, goddess of the hunt, and rejected Aphrodite entirely. Big mistake. Aphrodite's response? She made his stepmother, Phaedra, fall violently in love with him. Phaedra was tormented, obsessed. She confessed her feelings. Hippolytus rejected her in horror. So Phaedra, she lied to her husband saying Hippolytus attacked her, and then she killed herself. Hippolytus was killed by his own father as punishment. Everyone died, and Aphrodite, she just moved on. Because to her, this was justice. You reject desire? Desire destroys you. That's not love. That's revenge. She started the biggest war in mythology. And let's not forget the Trojan War. You know, the war that lasted 10 years and killed thousands of people? Yeah, Aphrodite started that. Here's what happened. 3 goddesses were fighting over who was the most beautiful: Hera, Athena, and Aphrodite. They asked a mortal prince named Paris to judge. Each goddess offered him a bribe. Hera offered power, Athena offered wisdom and victory in war. And Aphrodite? She offered him the most beautiful woman in the world. Paris chose Aphrodite. The problem? The most beautiful woman in the world was Helen of Sparta, and she was already married. Did Aphrodite care? Nope. She made Helen desire Paris, or forced her to go with him, depending on the version. Helen left her husband. Greece declared war on Troy to get her back. Tens of thousands died. Cities burned. Families were destroyed. All because Aphrodite wanted to win a beauty contest. Still thinks she's about love? Even her own love life was chaos. Let's talk about Aphrodite's personal life for a second. Because if she was the goddess of true love, you'd think she'd have a great relationship, right? Wrong. She was married to Hephaestus, the god of blacksmithing and craftsmanship, and she hated it. Why? Because Hephaestus wasn't beautiful enough for her. He walked with a limp. He wasn't flashy or charismatic. So what did Aphrodite do? She had an affair with Ares, the god of war. Yeah, the goddess of love cheated on her husband with the god of violence, and she didn't even try to hide it. Eventually, Hephaestus caught them, literally trapped them in a golden net mid-affair, and called all the gods to come laugh at them. Humiliating? Absolutely. Did Aphrodite stop? Nope. She kept doing it. She also had affairs with Adonis, Anchises, and several others. This isn't the behavior of someone who values commitment, loyalty, or genuine connection. This is someone who follows desire wherever it leads, no matter who gets hurt. When you crossed her, she ruined your life. And if you ever disrespected Aphrodite or refused to worship her, oh boy, you were in for a nightmare. She cursed the women of Lemnos to smell horrible because they didn't honor her properly. Their husbands abandoned them. She made the daughters of Hephaestus turn to prostitution because their father insulted her. She caused Mira to fall in love with her own father and turned her into a tree when she tried to escape the horror of it. These aren't the actions of a loving, benevolent deity. These are the actions of someone who demanded worship and punished anyone who refused. How we got it wrong. So, how did we end up thinking Aphrodite was all about true love and romance? Blame the Romans? When the Romans adopted Greek mythology, they merged Aphrodite with their own goddess, Venus. And Venus, she had a slightly softer image. She became associated with gardens, spring, fertility, and prosperity. Over time, the Roman version became the dominant one, especially during the Renaissance. Artists painted her as this gentle, graceful figure rising from the sea. Poets wrote about her as the muse of romantic love. But the original Greek Aphrodite, she was wild, unpredictable, dangerous. She represented the irrational, uncontrollable force of desire, the kind that makes you abandon your family, start wars, destroy kingdoms. That's not love. That's madness. Who was the goddess of love then? So if Aphrodite wasn't about love, who was? Honestly, the Greeks didn't really have one. They understood that love was complicated. There wasn't one neat goddess who handled all of it. If you wanted family love, that was Hestia's domain, goddess of the hearth and home. If you wanted loyal love, that was Hera, even though she had her own issues. If you wanted friendship and deep bonds, that was more Athena's territory. The Greeks understood that love isn't one single thing, it's a spectrum. And Aphrodite, she only controlled one piece of that spectrum, the most dangerous piece. Why this still matters today. Here's why this matters in 2025. We still confuse desire with love. We see someone attractive, we call it love at first sight. We feel intense passion, we think it's true love. But desire and love are not the same thing. Desire is about wanting, craving, obsession. Love is about caring, understanding, commitment. Aphrodite gave you the first one, and most of the times, that first one is alone enough to destroy you. Real love, that's something you have to build, over time, with trust and effort. Aphrodite couldn't give you that, because that was never her job. So was Aphrodite evil? Not necessarily. She was a force of nature, like a wildfire or a storm. Beautiful, absolutely. Powerful, without question. But safe, never. The ancient Greeks didn't worship Aphrodite because she made people happy. They worshipped her because they were terrified of what she could do. So the next time someone calls Aphrodite the goddess of love, remember the truth. She was the goddess of desire, obsession, and chaos. And sometimes, those things look exactly like love until they destroy you. Okay, if this completely changed how you think about Aphrodite, if your mind is blown right now, smash that like button. And if you want more deep dives into Greek mythology, more truth bombs about the gods and goddesses you thought you knew, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Drop a comment right now. Tell me, what other mythology fact do you want me to debunk? Should we talk about Zeus, Hades, Medusa? Let me know. See you in the next video.